You're listening to the Known Legacy Podcast, brought to you by Known Legacy Ministries. For more information, go to knownlegacy.org. Now here's your hosts, Bill and Travis.
Bill, I am excited about this conversation today.
I am too, because I feel like every time there's this strong, hard agenda, and you guys don't get to just see who we are behind the mic. The stupid behind the mic.
This is honestly, we were having this conversation not 3 minutes ago, and we're like, you know what, we should just record this conversation, because there's nothing like three bros sitting around just talking about silly things, and that's what we're doing today. Nothing heavy.
Yeah.
But I think insightful, and maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna put it out there, life-changing. I think it's going to be a life-changing.
Dare I say.
Dare I say. Hey, thank you guys for checking us out. We're Known Legacy. We're so excited that you can fill us in. My name's Travis. That's Bill over there drinking his coffee. Kyle is the producer on the corner.
Hello.
And we are so excited you're here. As always, you can...
for our friends in other countries, buenos dias, hola, and ni hao. Those are all the languages I know.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
French?
I don't know.
For those in Texas, howdy. It's good to have you here.
For New York,
Gigamaggies. Anyways, knownlegacy.org is where you can find us online. You can get information about
multicultural podcast.
Bill's book, resources for being a dad, being a husband, and being a man that comes alive. You can always watch us on YouTube if you're not there yet. Facebook, we're there. Instagram, we're there. If you like it, share it. If give us a review if that's something you like. We have a few events coming up. Bill, why don't you share?
We do have a few events. We have the date night coming up, which is September 13th. So if you're listening to this after September 13th, you've missed out. It's going to be a great night. But make sure you sign up today. We'd love to have you there.
But if it's after the 13th and you want to do a date night at your church, we'd be more than happy. info@knownlegacy.org. Let Bill know, and he'll get back to you.
I would love to get back to you. We also have our men's retreat coming up September 19th through the 21st, which is going to be a great time. Man, we love those moments to stop and relax and rest. Again, we talk about Elijah and the value of stopping at certain points. And, man, guys are running all the time. This is your time to stop, rest, see what God has for you, connect with some other guys on the Brazos River. It's going to be awesome. And so there's a lot that you can do there, and you can do everything from falling asleep to fishing if you'd like to. So,
as we would say, it's a great opportunity to wake up, gear up, and
come alive.
Come alive. So, gentlemen, this is the conversation that kind of kicked off the whole thing. What is your current obsession? What is your current binge-worthy experience, whatever? It could be a food obsession. It could be a musical obsession. Musical is probably the wrong word, because if you start throwing out like Broadway musicals, I might have issues with you. But you know what? You do you. It could be music. Let's just leave it there.
Okay.
We're going to cut off music. Could be TV. Could be movie. It could be a book. If we're readers. Are we readers?
We are readers. I'm a reader.
All right. It could be any number of those things. So just, what's your current obsession? What's your current, binge-worthy activity?
So after we talked about it, I realized I do have a couple things. I am enjoying those moments, even now on the back porch, or when I'm doing yard work, or when I'm doing whatever. Like, we've been redoing our coffee table. So my wife, my wife started sanding it, and then I continued to. But she's amazing. She's done like 98% of it, and then I did a little bit, painting it, all that stuff. But when I'm painting it, and when I'm out in the garage, kind of straightening up, all these kind of things, or even driving in my car now, for some reason, I have been obsessed with yacht rock. Do you know what yacht rock is?
Yes, I do. Only because back in the day when I was watching commercials and K-Tel would come on, they would call it soft rock from the 80s and 90s, or 70s and 80s. Like Lionel Richie, would that be yacht rock?
Yeah, some of it.
Yeah.
Well, he's not on the list that I've had, but I would say he probably he deserves to be dancing on the ceiling on this list as well. But I think so. So the reason I love it, and so sorry, deal with my rant for a minute, is like you just put it on, and as the kids would say, it slaps. And so, like I just put it on, and like Toto came on, Africa.
I do know that one.
And Christopher Cross. Who, and I know that Tenacious D has a bad name now, but someone said, it's a fun fact is that Christopher Cross has actually looked like both members of Tenacious D at one point in his career, from the curly hair to the bald now.
Nice.
And I think actually Toto and Christopher Cross are touring right now. I believe they are. It's pretty awesome. So anyways, so there's that, and then there's like...
To a county fair near you?
Yeah, like Bill Withers' Lovely Day, and then like, there's so many good...
I don't know Lovely Day. How's Lovely Day go, Bill?
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
So I think what it is about yacht rock for you is you can't just listen to it. Like
you got to move.
You got to move to it. Like because even you doing the song "Lovely Day,"
wonder
like,
where I've
lovely
been.
day.
Yeah,
Like
that
a
one.
Peacock. Lovely
like,
day. Lovely
It's so
day.
good, and sorry, I guess I've embraced it now because, it's like that thing when you go to in the beginning, like hey, when you come to your high school reunion, like 10 years in, you're trying to prove something. 20 years in, you're kind of still trying to, and at that point, you just don't care. Like I'm the guy now that just doesn't care. I will embrace the yacht rock. That and Ben Rector. Ever heard Ben Rector?
I have.
All of that mixed, man. I'm just like I'm in this weird chill mode. So that's kind of the obsession that I've got. What about you and your obsession?
We might all need to go get our testosterone checked after this.
Hey, listen.
Because mine's no better than that. Mine is no more
High five.
manly
High five
than
for
that.
low T.
It is. Okay, so this is so stupid. I can't believe I'm going to tell you guys this. So about a year or so ago, I revisited some music I used to listen to in like high school and college, right? And I had gone through my alt phase and everything else, and I had connected with Natalie Merchant and 10,000 Maniacs. Okay,
Yeah,
if you remember her.
Wow, yeah.
And so I'm like listening to her Unplugged show. I'm like, man, that's really good, And I listened to that like for a few days, and I'm like, man, that's really good. And then I was remembering other artists that kind of fit that genre, like Edie Brickell and the. New Bohemians,
Wow, yeah.
And Tracy
I don't feel as bad
Chapman,
about my yacht rock anymore.
So I put all these together, and it's called Female Vocal Playlist, right?
Yeah.
And I promise you, at least twice a day, I'm in my office doing work, and I'm like, hey, Siri. Sorry, if it turned that on for you wherever you're at, I apologize. Turn on Female Vocal Playlist on Shuffle, and I'll just listen to it like it is. Oh, Nora Jones is on there. And there's not a man thing about this entire
Time out.
playlist.
We're going to put these lists in. We're going to actually put these lists in the notes for this podcast so you can click on them.
I do have it on Apple Music, so you can always search for that and listen along with me on my female vocal playlist.
Listen, when 10,000 Maniacs did that, like when she was singing that song, and it's like, what's that? That's the one she had, like the one that was really big. And like they're all like the very like... orchestrated, and
I know the answer, but I don't want to interrupt you and wherever you're going with this.
it's so good. So now, yeah, you're right, and we are going to get our low T tested right after this message from our sponsor. Protein, eat more protein. Anyways, sorry, go for
red meat.
So what was the name of the song?
I believe it was Gratitude.
Okay,
thank you for your generosity.
Yes.
Yep. So
Okay.
I use that on many a youth ministry thank you video after mission trips and whatnot. So
Nice.
anyways, Kyle, how about you? What's your latest obsession?
Save us from
I'll try to save you, but
hanging out with effeminate men.
exactly.
I may go too far the other way.
No, we need it. We need all the other way we can.
So my wife and I are obsessed and with Dexter. So the new one just came out.
Okay.
6 weeks ago.
So I literally have only seen like 3 minutes of Dexter. So I like, what's it all about?
So
Kyle did not want to go here.
So basically,
What you can say on here? What's it all about? I guess.
he's a I think Travis said it good. He's like a Robin Hood of serial killers. So he only kills other serial killers.
Okay.
And he's a blood spatter analyst in Miami. So
This is my plausible deniability on record that I don't know what Dexter is. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's got inside information in the police department because he works for them.
Okay.
Right.
He's a blood splatter. So
Okay.
But it goes on for, I think this is the 4th series to come out now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gruesome.
Okay.
No doubt about it, but the storytelling's fantastic. And again, it's that Robin Hood motif of like, he knows who the killer is, and he knows that there's a chance that they won't experience justice for X, Y, or Z, so he takes it upon himself.
Yeah.
He has
unfortunately,
a code.
Yeah.
They have to meet the code.
A code of
Right.
honor.
He has to prove that they are really bad people.
And don't
Okay,
get me wrong,
okay.
he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
100%
Okay.
psychopath.
Okay.
He's just using it for good judgment.
So it's an interesting.
He's the angel of death.
It's an interesting
He's the
twist on the
angel of
show.
death.
Like,
He's the angel of death.
Yeah.
okay.
He's the angel of death, and it's modern TV, so it's pretty gruesome.
We made it spiritual.
Yeah.
That's good.
So those are. I feel like I need to come up with another obsession
Paramount.
to redeem my old obsession.
Well, I go for it because I've got some other ones too. Keep going. Let's go. One more obsession to redeem. The redeemed obsession.
I can promise you, this is not going to endear me to anyone. English Premier League soccer. I love watching soccer.
Bill?
No. So, like, it just kicked off. The new season just kicked off. Like, it's a series. It started last week, and because I have Peacock, they'll do all the replays. And so, like, throughout the week at the TV in my office, yes, I have a TV in my office. You should too. And I will have it on just in the background, right? And I'll watch and I'll listen, when they're like, goal, I'll go and but it is just, I love it. My team is Arsenal. I love the fact that the World Cup is coming here next summer. I am so excited.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So if anyone wants to donate to the Travis World Cup game, it's only about $15 to $2,000 for the nosebleed seats. So info@knownlegacy.org. We're taking donations right now for get Travis to the World Cup.
If you have a suite, Travis would love to be there, and we can report live from the World Cup.
I will be the
That's
best.
going to be in Dallas, right, next year?
It's going to be all over. There's North America. It's North America.
But aren't they hosting something here in Dallas?
Dallas,
April
the semifinals.
Yeah, that's
There'll
awesome.
be the semifinals and some other matches throughout the World Cup. So it's going to be fantastic.
Well, that's
so
good.
excited.
You just testosterone level raised. 38%. Good job.
Not much. Not in America. Okay, go.
Okay, anyways. So I think right now my other obsession I've been doing is, because it's time consuming as I'm listening to my yacht rock, is redoing. So I've got a couple of furniture pieces. I started.
I swear to God, we're like the Antique Roadshow here.
Exactly.
So I like to drink a tea and redo furniture while listening to yacht rock.
I found this pig in an antique store, and I don't know what to do with it. But when you open up the rear end, and so, anyways, so what I've been, my mother passed away last year, and so I got her kitchen table, which is really cool because, fun fact about the kitchen table I have now is that's the place that I came to know Jesus at. My father led me to the Lord at that kitchen table, so I really wanted to have that as part of our,
It's a sacred object.
Yeah, it's kind of neat, and so that I can have that, maybe pass that down to someone, I don't know, whatever. But either way, I wanted it. It was kind of cool, just a cool memory. But we didn't like the color of it. It was super, it's probably been stained. It's a 50-year-old table. It's probably been stained at least 178 times, and so it's super dark. So sanding that and refinishing that and taking the time to do that, you guys know me, I'm not a very patient person. And it's allowed me to go, I don't have an agenda for time with this. So I've just been redoing it slowly. Now my wife then started to redo our coffee table, which then that took place because it's we got to have a coffee table back in.
Right.
But I've really enjoyed that. I've enjoyed sanding that through, and you got the whole 80, 120, 220, super.
That's sandpaper grit for those who may not know what that is.
Exactly. And then finding the right stain, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I've really enjoyed that kind of bringing back to life these pieces of furniture. And
I love that idea of coming back to life, because I think kind of what sparked this and why we wanted to have this conversation is because I think so. Have you ever tried to sit on a two-legged stool? It's you can do it, but
Impossible.
you can't do it for long.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not really relaxing. It's not really taking the load off your feet. And most of us men in life, we have a two-legged stool that we engage in, and it's called our work and it's called our family. And we don't have that third leg that allows us to rest, recharge, and renew, whatever that third leg might be. And I think previous generations, like my dad's generation, I remember him Thursday nights, he was either playing poker with his buddies once a month, or he had Thursday night golf league, right, during the summertime. And he was out hanging out with the guys, getting recharged, renewed. He didn't ignore the family. He didn't do it at the expense of family, but he was a better dad after those moments because he was recharged and renewed to be able to engage in the family, to be able to engage in his vocation, his work, more efficiently. Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh no, I love that you're saying that. Man, go for it.
No. So I think for us as guys, we have a culture, a world now that's screaming at us. You got to be successful in your business, and you have to be successful in your family, right?
Yeah,
both great things.
Great.
But too many of us have neglected that third leg. And we're wondering why we're disillusioned. We're wondering why we're burned out. We're wondering why we don't have joy. And we see a text like, I've come that you may have life and have it to the fullest. And we're like, well, if this is a full life, I'm out, right?
Yeah. No, I love it because in the church, we want, obviously, our whole heart with Known Legacy is you would come alive as a father and a husband. You would impact the world. But part of that, even in the gear up, wake up, come alive part, there is a moment for you. Like, you need to remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and the thing that you love, man, and in its refinement, like that God has something great for you. I mean, if you love golf, if you love this, it's like, go and try it and learn. I think there's something valuable about going, I'm learning a skill.
Correct.
And I'm understanding that, well, I'm actually pretty good at this.
Right.
And finding something like, I mean, I try to play golf a couple times a year, and I do love it, and I kind of suck at it. I don't do any kind of like class, training or anything like that. But I love it because it's like, it's something that I can keep getting better at throughout the years, and I can do with other men. But I love it because you're right. It's not just that we are good husbands and good fathers. It's not just that we're always like, I got to go and like
be a provider.
But there is something about, there's this intimacy. We talked about it last one. There's an intimacy with God where you can go, God, I'm a little nervous. Most guys, I mean, from whether it's stepping out on the ball court or whether it's trying to hit that club or whether it's whatever the moment, there's a nervousness that you're like, am I going to be good? Am I going to be good enough? Am I going to be good enough that someone might invite me eventually? I mean, all those things run through every guy's head at some point that you can go, man, I'm leaning on God. So even our hobbies cause us to lean on God and go, I'm going to try and be better at this. And I think there's something important about that.
And we're not saying, like, if you love to ride motorcycles, you should do it every waking moment and every weekend.
Correct.
And, hey, wife, to get off my back, the podcast said I should have a hobby, and I'm going to be gone Friday night through Sunday afternoon.
Correct.
We're not saying that. Within reason, addiction or obsessions can become destructive, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But to make sure that we incorporate into our lives a healthy space to go to the garage and work on our cars and not feel guilty about it, as long as every night we're not going to the garage and working on our car because we're trying to escape from our family. Right?
Because we do need to recharge.
Right. And so that's just our heart with this thing. What did Jesus do over and over again? What was his hobby? What was his obsession? Communication with the Father. Right?
Yeah.
And he would wake up early to do it. He'd stay up late at night to do it. But he never neglected his followers, and he never neglected the people that God had put within his life and his sphere of influence for that obsession. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think the hobby causes us to kind of keep at a low rumble, because you're like, if you love it, you're not like, I need to do it. Like, you just enjoy it. You just enjoy it. And I feel like every time that I get to go do something like that, I begin talking to the Father anyways.
Yep.
I begin that conversation because you're like, you're just kind of, it's almost like your body becomes in like maintenance mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, I can kind of process, and you get calm, you get still.
Brain engages in the world differently than normal, Yeah, it's always good stuff.
So I think there's something valuable, guys, what we're calling you to is like, have a hobby, like do something that you love, because it doesn't just, it actually does help your family for you to come back a little more recharged, because if all you're doing is trying to provide, trying to be a good husband, trying to be a provider, trying to be a godly leader, you're like, these are great, but I know that there's times that I get away. And honestly, the other encouragement is encourage your spouse to find a hobby too.
Yes.
That's the other thing. It's not just you going, I'm going to encourage them, try to help them find something, because there's something about both of you finding a hobby and then coming back together and doing that. There's something really valuable in that.
Yeah. There's an old, we'll end with this. There's an old folk tale, I'm going to say it that way, of a woodsman, and I'm not going to share the whole thing, but basically the important part was one guy was really strong, but he never stopped to sharpen the axe, and so he became absolutely useless. And the other guy, who was very weak, after every tree he cut down, he stopped and he sharpened his axe, and he was more successful long term because he took the time to sharpen the axe. And that is what we're kind of talking about. Make sure your spouse has time to sharpen her axe. Make sure you have time to sharpen your axe, because that'll make you both better people with each other, better people with your kids, and better people wherever God is calling you to serve.
I kind of want to give you that Jeremiah Johnson, like Robert Redford, meme that goes,
yeah.
I'm going to find it and try and put it on here. I think it's good, guys. This is it. We're always talking about stuff and facts and truth, and we're having interviews, but today we just wanted to have a sit down with you guys and say, man, try to find a hobby in this world that is trying to steal, kill, and destroy from you. You need to find life in yourself as a child of God and what he's called you to, and it opens up your heart to, God, if this works, maybe something else
Correct.
Maybe I can do this too. We believe in you. We'd love to know, hey, if you have specific hobbies, man, we'd love to hear those comments, because some guys are like, what can be a good hobby? Put them in the comments.
Yep.
We'd love to see that on our YouTube page. Let us know what your hobbies are. Connect with us, info@knownlegacy.org. We'd love to hear from you guys. Man, we are so grateful that you guys are here to challenge yourself to become the greatest child of God that you can be. And part of that is having a hobby.
Having a hobby, which is wake up, gear up, and come alive. So God bless you guys. See you at the retreat.
Have a lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day.
Thanks for listening to the Known Legacy Podcast. We'd love to hear from you. So email us your questions or comments to info@knownlegacy.org.